All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh is the Heavenly Father's true name, and Yahweh Shai is from the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. That's his true name. I'm also going to give double honors to the. We're going to give double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone, who rule and teach well in the scriptures, and salutations to all the Akim out there that push his word in all truth and all sincerity. And we're the brothers from GMS Chicago, and we're going to come, at you with another lesson, and this is dealing with how, since we're the servants of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, that we have to be working, okay? That there's no time for idleness, and we got to constantly preach His word to the best of our ability. Every brother's going to have a different measure, and every brother's going to have, different talents, and different, basically what's the word I'm looking for? A different position in this truth, okay? But whatever a gift that the Lord gave you, you got to push it to the best of your ability, okay? And get that, Sirach.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 33, and verse 24. And it reads, "Fodder, a want, and burdens are for the ass, and bread, correction, and work for a servant."
So the Lord's comparing the ass, which is a donkey, to a servant, okay? You give food to your animal, okay? You have to correct them. You beat them at times, and you have to give them burdens, man. You have to put them to work, and that's what the Lord is basically done for us. He gives us our daily bread. He corrects us. We're constantly catching hell in this kingdom, okay? And that's only really to make you a better servant of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. The Lord is purifying you, okay? And then what does it say? And works for a servant. So the Lord wants you to put work in, okay? He wants you to constantly push videos. He wants you to go on the highways and byways and teach, basically, okay? Bid them to the marriage, as the scriptures say. If a brother can get that too, that's what we're commanded to do. We're commanded to bid the people to the marriage, whether they be, righteous or wicked, okay? All right? And the righteous are going to get salvation, but those wicked ones, they're going to get destruction, okay?
Keep going.
Yeah, can you keep going? Can you get there?
Yeah, like for radio sermon.
Book of Sirach, chapter 33, going down now to verse 25. "If thou set thy servant to labor, thou shalt find rest. But if thou let him go idle, he shall seek liberty."
Exactly. Okay? So that's why the Lord has us constantly pushing His word. All right? Because if we get complacent, then we become idle. Okay? Then the word's not being pushed. All right? That's why the Lord has it, had the apostle Elder Tahar tell the men here at GMS to a minimum 3 videos per person, okay? Not only just the 3 videos, but you also have to make a camp date, and on top of that, have some type of spiritual meeting or gathering, okay? And it's to keep us occupied, all right? It's actually to benefit us so we can continue in the things that we learn, continue to be in the Spirit, all right? And to continue to push this word until Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai returns, okay? Keep going on.
Verse 26. "A yoke and a collar do bow the neck. So are the tortures and torments for an evil servant.
Keep going on.
Send him to labor, that he be not idle. For idleness teaches much evil."
Exactly. So if you're idle, you're going to start doing what you want to do. You're going to start giving into the flesh. All right? You're going to start, possibly going out into the party world again. All right? You might start doing drugs again. You might start committing adultery. Being into idolatry. All that, okay? That's what happens when you become idle, because you're not you're basically not being put to work, man. All right, and it talks about how that we're were the priesthood for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, okay? And the priesthood had a lot of work to do, okay? When you go into the history of what the Levites did, okay? But now the nation of Israel as a whole is are priests unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So we must push this word, and we must be occupied, okay? You got the...
Because you know, you sit there idle, not doing anything, you know what I mean? Get distracted from doing the work, then you start losing fear of Yahweh. You know, then you start to really fall away. You know what I mean? But you gotta stay busy in this work. You gotta read, you know, be productive, be mindful of your time. So time management is key in the truth, you know. Because you want to have an answer for any brother that pops up that's looking for salvation. You know, that's from one of the tribes of Israel.
The other word is be diligent, man.
Diligent
is the word, man. You know, when you hear this truth, man, and you're coming into this truth, man, you know, this has got to be your main priority, man. You know, kind of like that one scripture said, roughly paraphrasing in Apocrypha, when thou shalt find her, you shall seek her 10 times more, man.
Oh, I just got that. I was holding that. Baruch 4:28.
You know, right. Yeah, the scripture speaks better than I do.
Oh, kind of sorry. I'll bring it out right now. This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 28. For as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek Him 10 times more.
Kind of like the scripture says, seek Him 10 times more, man. You know, this has got to be our main priority, man. You know, before our family, kids, etc., man. You know, hey, man, you gotta live this word, man. You know, you gotta apply these words to your life, man. You know.
Got a quick precept for the brother too. So you mentioned that we gotta constantly study, so we can have an answer for every man that approaches us. All right. This is Sirach chapter 33, verse 17. Now it says, "Consider that I labor not for myself only, but for all them that seek learning."
That's right.
You know? So you're not only laboring for yourself, but you're laboring for those who seek learning. And who is that? The elect. Okay? Because the elect is the only a group of people that are going to want to understand the scriptures correctly, okay? And it tells you in, what is it? I forgot where it's at, but Paul made a statement that he said, "I do all things for the elect's sake."
Okay.
So we have to do everything, okay, for the elect's sake, okay? Or we gotta push this word. We gotta teach. Okay, we catch hell, you know, day to day, so we can basically gain experience, and through our experience, we're able to pass down that wisdom to other brothers out there, man, who are watching, listening, and learning, man.
Is that 2 Timothy right here?
Yeah.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 10. Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake.
Exactly.
That they may also obtain the salvation which is in Hamashiach Yahushai with eternal glory.
So Paul said, "I do all things for the elect's sake." So no matter what comes your way, you have to deal with that affliction, okay? Through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, you got to deal with it, okay? And it's for the not only for yourself, because it tells you in Philippians 2:12 that to work out your own
Salvation.
Yeah, if you want to get that real quick, you know, it's not only for yourself, but for the elect, man. And really, it's because we're building the house of David right now, okay? The Lord has given us a job to complete, and we have to finish it, man. And that job is to basically get the elect members. We have to fish them out, okay? So we can build this spiritual temple right now, okay?
Yeah, I got a problem.
Okay.
Hold it out.
2 and 12, you said?
I think it's 2 and 12, if I'm not mistaken.
Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed. Right here. Yep. Philippians chapter 2, verse 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence.
Exactly. So you have to obey this word, not only when you're just amongst the brethren, But when you're by yourself too, don't just be a Saturday Israelite. Okay, don't be an Israelite when you're just around the brothers. Okay, all right. Yahweh Shem Yahshua sees everything, so you better be in the spirit at all times, man. And you're gonna be by yourself the majority of the time. Okay, so you better be doing what's commanded of you to the best of your ability. Yes, we fall short, okay, of the glory, but we gotta constantly pick ourselves back up and keep fighting and pushing, man. All right, keep going out.
Back in Philippians 2:12, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
So you know we got to work out our own salvation with fear and trembling, okay? But one of the things to obtain salvation is doing what? Is to push this word. It tells you in the book of John, the 21st chapter, at the very end. You don't have to get it out. It's cool. Yahweh Shai told Peter, "If you love me, feed my sheep." Okay, so that's something that's commanded of us. So that's why we gotta keep pushing this word and be occupied in prophecies. Okay, occupied in what is it? Be a watchman. There we go. Be a watchman unto the people. Blow that trumpet. Okay. Can you get Matthew 22 real quick?
I got that on there.
Yeah, Baba Shah, can you get that?
Yeah, Matthew 22 verse 9. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage.
Exactly. That's what we have to do. We got to go to the highways and the byways and bid them to the marriage, whomsoever we find. Okay. And yes, there's going to be, I guess you could say, a few apples in the bunch. Okay. Okay, but the Lord is going to gather His elect. Okay, and those that aren't chosen, they're going to get casted off. Okay, but we got to just fish out the elect. Okay, that's our job, and the Lord's going to do the rest. Okay. All right. Is there any more to that?
No, that was the point at 9.
Okay. You had a precept up?
Khan.
All right.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 10, verse 4. He becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand. Okay. So, hey, man, if you're not being diligent, if you're slacking, you know, not reading, not doing your videos, you know, not being amongst the brethren and breaking bread, being in the spirit, man. Hey, you're gonna become poor, man, like the scripture says, man. You know, hey, when shit hits a fan, man. Hey, you're not gonna have wisdom. The wisdom, you know, the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua is not gonna be with you, man. You know, you're gonna break down, man. You're gonna start panicking, man. You know, reading on, but the hand of the diligent maketh rich. So, hey, man, if you're diligent in this truth, man, you know, seeking the Lord, man, daily, 10 times more, like in the book, and then like how that brother read in the book of Baruch. Hey, you're gonna become rich in the spirit, man, in His wisdom, man. You know, you're gonna know what to do in different situations, man. You know, especially when stuff hits a fan, man. You know, like that one scripture says, wisdom and knowledge shall be like stability at that time, man.
Isaiah 33:6.
Hey, so being diligent in the truth, man. Hey, eventually, you know, you're gonna increase, man.
Can I bring it up? What you quoted? This is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is His treasure.
Hey, and being diligent, you know. And it's truth, man. Hey, it's gonna make you wiser, man. And that's how you're gonna be stabilized to the time that are coming, man.
Yeah, and that word stability goes back in the, when you look it up in the Hebrew, it goes back to faith. Okay, and what does it say in the scriptures, man? It tells us that it's that you have to have faith to please the Most High, man. Okay, because can you read that one more time?
Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6, and wisdom and knowledge.
Wisdom, okay, talking about the scriptures, and it says in the knowledge, okay, that's actually applying the wisdom, okay, and that's what we have to do. I think you mentioned that we got to apply the wisdom, man, okay, because what's the point of having this blueprint to salvation and not use and apply what's written in it, man? It's useless then if you're not applying. So you have to apply what's written. Keep going on. So wisdom and knowledge.
When wisdom and knowledge shall be to the stability of thy times.
So that's going to give you the faith, man. Okay? During what times? The times of Jacob's trouble, which is approaching very quick. Keep going.
And strength of salvation.
And strength of salvation, man. Okay? Strength of salvation. That's what's going to get you out of here, man. All right? Being an obedient servant, doing what's commanded of you. Because when all hell breaks loose, all right, the Lord's going to protect his men. He's going to shield them from the calamities that are to come. All right? Yes, some of us are going to be martyrs, because that's written in the scriptures, because all prophecies have to be fulfilled. But, you know, as a whole, the elect is going to be shielded, and they're going to be receive salvation. Okay.
And like that one scripture that this brother first brought out in the book of Sirach. You know, basically not being idle in his truth, man. You know, you don't be idle in his truth, man. You know, you gotta stay working, man. This is not our rest, man. You know, our rest is in the kingdom, man.
That's right.
But if I may bring the scripture out, book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 46. Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing.
Ooh, yeah. Read that one more time, Mark.
Kind of the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 46. 6. Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, which when he cometh, shall find so doing.
Yeah, doing what? Okay. Teaching the people. Applying to the scriptures to their lives. Being a charitable brother. Okay, we have brotherly love. What else, man? You know, just being on that watch, man. Okay? The Lord's going to bless you, man, for that. But you have to put in that work, though. And every brother has a different measure. But you have to put in that work. If you don't put in, you're not going to... basically goes back to whatever you reap, or whatever you sow, that shall you reap. Yeah. So if you're going to sow...
sparingly.
Sparingly, you're going to reap sparingly. But if you sow bountifully, you're going to reap a great gain, man.
Can't bring this up.
Okay, come on.
2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 6. But this I say, he which soweth sparingly shall reap also sparingly.
So yeah, if you're only going to do a video every so often, if you're only going to go to the highways and byways when it's pleasant out, okay, the Lord is not going to see you, man. The Lord's going to say, hey, what does it say in the scriptures? Lord, Lord,
feed my...
Oh man, he says, I
know you.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Where's that at, man? Because you're gonna have a lot of people out there that are actually gonna know the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and they're gonna say, I did all these great works. You know, I casted out devils, demons, and the Lord's gonna say, I knew thee not, man. Get away from me.
Yes. All right.
Do you got it, Doc?
No, that's what I was looking for.
You know, the Lord's going to say that to a lot of people out there. All right? So if you're not putting in this work, the Lord is just going to cast you to the side. You got I'll get it. Yeah, Luke 13:27.
You getting it?
Yeah, I'll get it. This is Luke chapter 13, verse 27. And it reads... I'm gonna go up. This is Luke chapter 13, verse 25. When once the master of the house is risen up and hath shut to the door, and ye begin to stand without and to knock at the door, saying, Lord, Lord, open unto us. And he shall answer and say unto you, I knew you not whence ye are. Then shall ye begin to say, we have eaten and drank in thy presence, and thou hast taught in our streets. But he shall say, I tell you, I know you not whence ye are. Depart from me, all ye workers of iniquity. So you're going to have that, man. You're going to have certain people that have eaten and drunk in the presence. And it's talking about spiritually, man. Because what does it tell you in the scriptures, man? It tells you in the book of Matthew, when you read, when you go into the Last Supper, the Lord said, basically, eat this bread. okay? It's my flesh, and drink this wine, okay? That bread is symbolic, okay? What does it tell you in Ezekiel? Eat the roll. A roll is a piece of bread. So Yahweh Shai is that bread, okay? He's the word, all right? It tells you that in the scriptures, man. He's the word, all right? So you have certain people that have eaten this roll, okay? They drank the blood of Yahweh Shai, okay? They have the knowledge, wisdom, understanding, okay? They know breakdowns. But guess what? The Lord told them, where does it say that? I was taught in the streets, and the Lord said, "Depart from me, all you workers of iniquity." Okay, some of them have taught in the streets as well. But the Lord doesn't care, because if you've been slack, the Lord is going to be very angry. That's why you got to put in as much as you can to the best of your ability. Obviously, every brother's going to have a different measure, but you got to put in that work, though. Okay. What do you got, Doc? What do you have?
I got Luke, the 19th chapter.
Okay, kind of hold that up. What do you got? No, hold that. I'm gonna get this real quick, because you talked about being diligent not too long ago. This is 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 10. It says, "Wherefore the rather, brethren, you give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, ye shall never fall." Now, when you read a couple verses up, it tells you basically how to receive salvation, okay? And there's, a couple things that you got to do, man. All right? And if you do those things, the Lord is gonna He's gonna allow you to get that salvation, okay? But guess what? All those things that are required of you, you have to put in work, man. Every single thing. You can't just make it out of here and not do anything. Yeah, you might have a brother or two that are part of the elect that they didn't really put in work, but that was their lot, whatever it may be. But whenever the Lord woke you up, from that point on, you have to put in work, man, until the Lord comes back, okay? Till the Lord comes back. It ain't over until it's over, man. It says, "He that endureth till the end, the same shall be saved," man. Okay?
I got a precept.
Come on.
It's the book of it's the book of Proverbs chapter 13 and verse 4. "The soul of the sluggard desireth and hath nothing."
Yeah, the soul of the sluggard, what would it say? Desireth what?
Yeah, desireth.
Yeah, they desire it.
And hath nothing.
Because you got niggas, man, okay? Nigga always wants to reap the benefits, but they don't want to put in fucking work, man. That's our people, man. Jake always does that shit, man. They always like to finesse and shit, man. Just to get, their foot in the door, man, and to, like I said, reap that the benefit. But what does it say? The next part?
"But the soul of the diligent shall be made fat."
No, go back. You read it from the top.
Yeah, it's a book of Proverbs chapter 13 verse 4. "The soul of the sluggard desireth and hath nothing."
Yeah, but you're gonna get nothing. Okay, if you're a sluggard, you're gonna get nothing, man. Okay? Hey, because the Lord is looking for workers, man. The harvest is plenteous, but the laborers are few. Alright? Keep going.
"But the soul of the diligent shall be made fat."
The soul of the diligent shall be made fat. Okay? Meaning what? First and foremost, they're going to get the best treasures. Okay? Which is talking about this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay. But not only just that, they're going to receive salvation. They're going to get spiritual bodies. They're going to get the law written in their minds. Okay? The first go around, okay?
The first fruits.
Yep, the first fruits. That's right. And they're going to what? They're going to be the ones to enslave the elites, man. Okay? And get this world in order, man. Because this fucking place is out of order, man. It's out of pocket. And first and foremost through Yahweh Shai, and the elect are gonna get this place in order, man.
Can I get a precept?
Yeah, kind of.
There's Proverbs chapter 10 verse 4. "He becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand, but the hand of the diligent maketh rich." You know what I'm saying? So lay up your treasure up in heavens where it doesn't rust or a moth can't get to, Spiritual treasure. And you do that by how? By doing the work, you know? Simply putting the time aside every day and doing the work of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You know what I mean?
And the Lord's not requiring a lot of us, okay? What? You have to study maybe an hour or two a day? Oh, you have to go to a class.
Man, I got one for
go
you.
to the highways and byways. Go to a class session or whatever spiritual gathering that you need to do. Be a good brother, and just be in the spirit. That's not even a lot, man. All right, that's not even a lot to do. For how much we're gonna basically reap, man. Come on, it tells you that in Romans 8, I think like 17, man. It tells us that basically the sufferings that we're going through now is not even compared to worth, not even compared to the to basically the treasure we're gonna get, when we receive salvation.
That's right. No eye or ear has heard or seen what the Most High has in store for us. Roughly paraphrasing. But if I may bring out this other one, you know what I'm saying? Because this shouldn't be a burden, you shouldn't do this grievously, doing this work, reading. Why? Because Proverbs chapter 11, verse 25 says this: the liberal soul shall be made fat, and he that watereth shall be watered also himself. So, you know what I'm saying? As you edify someone else, you're edifying you. I mean, because it's showing that you're digesting this information with understanding. You know what I mean? With all that reading, get understanding. That's key, because then you could, bring another brother to that understanding. You know what I'm saying? That needs it. One of the elect. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So if I may, while you guys do that, I'm gonna bring this out. This is Isaiah 55 verse 3. Incline your ear and come unto me. Hear, and your soul shall live, and I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David. You know what I mean? So, if any man have an ear, hear. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the way to salvation. Through the power and mercies and spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. He set up men, to feed the flock. You know what I mean? So your eyes shall behold your teacher. So you got to put in this work. Be humble. Be as humble as the first day you came into this thing, and stay that way. You know what I mean? Because the more, you are exalted, through the Spirit, the more you have to humble yourself, and show that, because you're an image. You know what I mean? You're representing Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. So
we're ambassadors.
Yeah, we're the ambassadors. So, for all the new brothers coming in, they're going to see that. You know what I mean? They're going to see how humble our apostles and elders are, and our Akim going on down, you know what I mean, in order.
That's right, man. That's right, Doctor. That's a beautiful statement, man. It tells you, if you quoted, the more you're exalted, the more humble you should be, man.
Yeah.
You gotta be very humble, and that requires you serving brothers more, man. Much is given, much is required. So if you're called into this truth, and then you start getting a position, I guess you could say, in this truth, a lot's going to be required of you, man. A lot of your time, and you're going to have to put things on the back burner, man. Your wife, your children, your job, your parents, all of that. Obviously, yes, balance everything out to the best of your ability, but you're not going to be able to go to a family party. You're not going to be able to go take your wife and children out to eat on Saturday in the at nighttime and stuff. Why? It's because you're going to be doing this work. All right.
Yeah.
That's called sacrificing.
Khan, how else will you enter into rest? You know what I mean? You got to labor now. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We got to put in that work right now. You know what I'm saying? And like the brother said, be diligent about it. Because the end is approaching, but it's not here yet. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we have to endure all the way to the very end. Yahweh Ratazah.
That's right. Can you get that, Luke?
Yeah, it's Luke 9.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, Luke, it starts 12, right?
Yeah, 12.
God, it's the book of Luke, chapter 19, verse 12. He said, therefore, a certain nobleman went into a far country to receive for himself a kingdom.
Yeah, it's talking about Yahweh Shai, okay? He's that certain nobleman, okay?
And to return.
Mm-hmm.
And he called his 10 servants and delivered them 10 pounds, and said unto them, Occupy till I come.
Yeah, exactly. He told his servants, occupy till I come. And these servants are a representation of the brothers out there that are pushing his word, man. Okay? The Lord said, occupy till I come. So you're going to have to push this word. Keep pushing his word. Alright? And hey, look at this, starting with the apostles, okay? Down. To the elders, to the heads of the camps, into the different, these major cities such as Chicago, Dallas, LA, etc. They've been putting in decades worth of work. And guess what, man? When you come in, you're gonna have to just you're gonna have to do the same thing. Keep putting in that work. Keep going.
Verse 14. But the citizens hated him and sent a message after him, saying, We will not have this man to reign over us.
Yeah, that's 2/3 right there.
Right.
Bunch of niggas, man. We don't want him to reign over us. We want to do what we want to do. Do as thou wilt, Spirit. Alright? That's why 2/3 are going to be cut off and be destroyed. Keep going on.
Verse 15. And it came to pass that when he was returned, having received the kingdom, then he commanded these servants to be called unto him, to whom he had given the money, that he might know how much every man had gained by trading.
Keep going.
Verse 16. Then came the fight. Then came the first, saying, Yahweh, thy pound hath gained 10 pounds.
Keep going.
Verse 17. And he said unto him, Well, thou good servant, because thou hast been faithful in a very little, have thou authority over 10 cities?
Yeah. Keep going.
Verse 18. And the second came, saying, Yahweh, thy pound hath gained 5 pounds. And he said likewise to him, Be thou also over 5 cities. Over 5 cities. And another came, saying, Lord, behold, here is thy pound, which I have kept laid up in a napkin. For I feared thee, because thou art an austere man.
Meaning that the Lord is rough. Okay? Keep going.
Thou takest up that thou layest not down, and reapest that thou didst not sow. And he saith unto him, Out of thine own mouth will I judge thee, thou wicked servant. Thou knewest that I was an austere man, taking up that I laid not down, and reaping that I did not sow. Wherefore, then gavest not thou my money into the bank, that at my coming I might have required mine own with usury.
Keep going on.
And he said unto them that stood by, Take from him the pound, and give it to him that hath 10 pounds. And they said unto him, Yahweh, he hath 10 pounds. For I say unto you that unto every one which hath shall be given, and from him that hath not, even that he hath shall be taken away from him.
Okay, so basically, you had 2 servants that constantly put in work, and the Lord rewarded them. But that servant that was slack, they didn't do anything with that money. Okay, he put him to the side, and he gave him a harsh judgment. Okay, it's going to tell you right now. Keep going. Verse 27.
Verse 27. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, Salakia, bring hither,
Hither.
and slay them before me.
Exactly, okay? Those that aren't doing what's required of them, alright? They got to get destroyed, okay? Because it tells you in the scriptures, he that's not gathering is basically scattering, man. Alright? So if you're not putting in work, that means you're not trying to gather the elect. So the Lord sees you as an enemy. So you're going to have to get put to death, man. Simple as that. And you're going to be beaten with many stripes because you knew the Lord's will. Okay? And there's going to be a lot of people, man, out there that knew the will of Yahweh Hashem Shai, and they're going to get destroyed because they didn't do what was required of them. That's why I said there's going to be weeping and gnashing of teeth, man. The Lord's going to have a lot of great judgment go out very soon, man. We don't know when, but hey, as time keeps going by, you're seeing the build up to the end of this, man. Okay? Shit, man, I wanted to get that Romans real quick. I'm going to get that Romans. Unless you got a precept.
Oh, I was... no, you can go ahead, bro.
This is Romans 12:3. For I say, through the grace given unto me, to every man that is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he ought to think, but to think soberly, according as the Most High had dealt to every man the measure of faith. So you're not supposed to think yourself highly in this thing, okay? Okay, because it it tells you in the scriptures that knowledge puffeth it up. Okay, when you get this knowledge, you have to be a humble man, okay? Because this is great power, and you can't think that you're on some type of level, because as fast as the Lord gave you that knowledge, you can take it just as quickly, okay? And the main point of why I got it, though, is that every man, that the Most High had dealt to every man the measure of faith. So each man has their own measure, okay? Depending on what it is. Okay, this brother might, he might be good in breaking the history down. This brother might be good in the Hebrew. This brother might be good in helping brothers out. This brother might just have a lot of faith. Whatever the Lord gave you, you got to push it to the limit, man. Okay? The Lord's going to require it, trust me. Whatever the Lord, whatever your limit is, the Lord is going to push you to that. Okay? Best believe. And we're still in the baby stages right now, man, because Jacob's trouble hasn't even fully hit. Once Jacob's trouble's here, the Lord is really going to, he's going to show you who his elect are, man. Whom are his chosen. Because even in Great Millstone, man, there's a lot of brothers out there, man, that aren't right, man. There's a lot of brothers that aren't willing to give up everything, man. And Lord willing, us brothers here that are preaching His word right now, and those that are listening, we continue to the very end, man. We endure to the end. May the Lord give us that spirit. May Yahweh Shemi Shai give us that spirit to endure all things, man. You know, but the Lord is going to show you who His chosen are. You're going to see it, man. You're going to see it when brothers start getting spiritual powers. You're going to see it when brothers are, obviously getting salvation. You're going to see it, man. You got scripture out? You got scripture out?
Kind of. This is 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. So, that gold in the fire, that's a process of time. So, during Jacob's trouble, we're going to be going through that fire. We're going to be being chastised, but that's, because we're the sons of Yahweh Bashem. We're the sons of, the Most High, basically. Yahweh Bashem Shai. And we're going to have to be tried. You
kind of go through the fire, man, somehow.
Yeah.
Whether it be spiritual fire or that physical fire. But it tells us in Sirach 2:5, man, that acceptable men are tried in the furnace of adversity. So the Lord is going to try you. Okay, He's going to try you. He's going to do things that's going to make you very, very uncomfortable, man. He's going to take your family away. Okay, He's going to make you possibly homeless, man. All right, He's going to base you, man. It says in the scriptures, man, before honor is humility, and humility goes back to being humble and being put down to a lower state, man. The Lord's going to put you to a lower state, but He's going to build you back up and exalt you, man. All right? But you're going to have to deal with these things, man. The Lord's man, He's going to push us to the limit, man. All right? That's what, man, I constantly think about that throughout the day, man. Like, just what the, I pray that Yahweh Shema Shai just give me the strength to make it through day to day, man. Because these demons mess with you in your mind. You got demons that might hop on your family members to give you affliction, man. Sometimes you just want to give up the ghost, man. But you're as Paul said that he was betwixt in being basically in the spirit world and on earth. And why is that? Because he wanted to be at peace and be with the Heavenly Father in the spirit world, but at the same time he had to be here on earth to what? To push the word, man. So the elect can get sealed. And that's what we're doing right now. Hey, because I don't know about you brothers, man, but there's times where I just want to give up the ghost, man. You just get so vexed, you're so angry. Sometimes you feel like you're about to die because of your health. Alright? Because I know brothers that had near-death experiences while being in this truth, man. Through diseases, through, maybe major accident. But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, they didn't get translated, and they had to keep pushing His word, man. Alright? You get that in
Revelations?
Yeah, in the Revelation.
God, this is the book of Revelations, chapter 3, verse 15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm, and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth.
Exactly. Okay? If you're not putting your all into this, the Lord's going to spew you out of His mouth. He's going to cast you to the side. And you're going to die. You're going to wither away, man. Okay? That's why you got to be on fire for this truth. You can't be sitting here just bullshitting. Can't be bullshitting in this truth. Let me see. Yeah, that's it on that. Do you have anything else?
I do actually, because there's some brothers that worry about worldly things, like about some of their their relatives in the world. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that could be a stumbling block to you because it'll make you follow the truth. You gotta let those people go, because the people, the brothers who are pushing this word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai on one doctrine, has been taught through GMS. That's your real family. You know what I'm saying? Right. And your worldly family, your relatives, you're just gonna have to see them on the other side, and you have to come to peace with that and know that and have faith that you will see them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They're 2/3 right now, and that's it. That's just the bottom line, right?
Can I make a point, man? And that's why you gotta constantly study it, and you gotta first and foremost have faith, but not only just that, you gotta constantly study, because if you're reading the scriptures, you understand the concept of reincarnation, man. So, yes, it's gonna hurt when you lose a family member. But this knowledge and wisdom is gonna keep you mentally stable, man. It's gonna keep you pushing. Okay, it's gonna allow you to deal with those afflictions better than somebody that doesn't know the knowledge, man. Salakia,
bro. It's going to direct your path.
That's right.
This is the way to salvation, you know what I'm saying? Because the times that are coming, Jacob's trouble, you're going to need the Spirit to guide you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you're sitting here thinking about your 2/3 families, about how they're going to be saved, you're already fucked up.
Yeah.
You can't do that. So this is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 13. And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when... Right? Because whenever they die, that's when they die. That's when the Most High ordained it. But inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to worry about your brother, you know what I'm saying? How they're going to be saved. Because you might be alone when that time pops off, You might be with a group of brothers. who knows until that time comes.
Sure.
But whatever the case may be, you got to be ready and more curious about your family, the elect, your brothers,
That's
Yahweh
right.
Tazah, we're the hopeful elect, right? How they're going to make it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
It's beautifully said. That's right, man. That's why we got to put in this work, man. Build the house of David, man. That's who you should be worried about, man. The elect.
mm-hmm.
That's it. You know, hey, if your family makes it because of your works, so be it. If they don't, so be it. That's all the will of Yahweh Shemi Shai, and His works are all righteousness. Okay, they're all righteous. No matter what it is, no matter what the outcome is, it's righteous, because that's what the Lord ordained. All right, and you can't sit there and say that the Lord is wrong. That's madness.
That's
You don't know. Your thoughts are not the Lord's thoughts. Your ways are not His ways. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
The words that tell you in the scriptures, don't seek out the things that are above thee, man.
Yeah.
So whatever the decision is, okay, that's just what it is. All right? But through the Spirit, though, and we're talking about the family, right now. If they, die on this side, you'll see them in the kingdom because they're going to be reincarnated.
That's guaranteed.
Yep. And you're gonna be reunited with them. But it's going to be a better time because everybody's going to be in the right mind. They're all going to have the laws instilled in them, so they're going to be 100% righteous.
And live forever.
That's right. I don't have anything else. Do you?
No.
And with that, hopefully that was edifying to you, brothers out there. And we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our apostles and our elders at Great Millstone, and salutations to all the Akim out there. Shalom.
Shalom.